Shriman Narayan. Jai Shriman Narayan. Jai Shriman Narayan. I pay my obeisances to my spiritual master, Srimad Jagadguru Sudarshan Acharya Ji Maharaj. I pay my obeisances to Lord Sri Ramanuj. I pay my obeisances to our Purva Acharyas. I pay my obeisances to our 12 Alvars. I pay my obeisances to Mother Lakshmi. And I pay my obeisances to Lord Sriman Narayan. I welcome all of you here physically at the Sri Narayan Dham in Durban, South Africa. I welcome all those who's watching locally, nationally and internationally. And I welcome in advance those that's going to be watching this discourse when it is posted on YouTube and the various groups from around the world subsequently. The topic today will be Pitta Pak and related topics. And it is said that when you surrender to a guru, then one of the debts that the guru pays on your behalf is the debts to your ancestors. Which means that if you have been doing or neglecting this ritual up until the time you found the guru, then the guru rectifies all that you have done wrong without you getting punished for it. So that's a payment that the guru makes on your behalf to your ancestors. And I stated last week, if you do this ritual affectionately and loyally, your ancestors will make their presence known when you feel a few drops of water. Alright? It does not need to be raining. Yesterday, on behalf of my ancestors, my family's ancestors, we took out our food, and as we offered in the fire, there were a few drops of rain right round. It was cloudy, and as soon as we completed and came inside, it became sunny, and then it rained, the normal rain, at about 2:30. But everyone was here, all those that have surrendered to the Guru in the past, in the present, all your ancestors were here, and everyone partook in the meal that was cooked. So this transference of energy is very, very important. It is absolutely important, because if you can't give gratitude to the energy which is the product of this body that you use, the energy in the form of DNA, then you are useless in life, because the very body that you're wearing is made up of all your ancestors. Yes? A combination, a sum total of all your ancestors eternally. So that's the first thing. That is why Guruji says this ritual is the most important ritual on the planet. It's because you give gratitude to your very self, to the very body you're wearing, to your very own. If you cannot do that, what else can you do? Ashmika? Everything within you is there because of your ancestors. Your DNA is a blueprint for the body that you are wearing. So it's very important to do this continuously in your mind. You don't have to forget them after the 16 days. Whenever you can't remember, it is important. Those of you that take out water every morning, You can take out your water on the south every day. What's the difference? Can't you? Take out 2 lotas, one for Surya Narayan, one for your ancestors. It will only help you. Because that water that you take out is scientific. The water that you take out is scientific. You must run it in between the sun and your eyes. And the ultraviolet rays of the sun is absorbed in your eyes and it strengthens your eyes. That is one of the reasons why you take out Surya Narayan Jal. You don't take it out because God is thirsty. God is not thirsty. You don't take it out because the sun needs your water. The sun does not need your water. You take it out for scientific reasons. You take it out, and if you continue taking out water and listening to the Guru, Sanita won't have a job. There will be no need for optometrist because your eyes will be strong. Your eyes will be strong and Sanita will be jobless. Alright? So take out water, do your mantra, make sure the water falls in between your eyes and the sun, and it will strengthen your sight. It will strengthen your sight. Number 2, that water that falls on the ground, but I prefer you have a tulsi plant and pour it there. That water is picked up by the sun's rays and returned back to you as energy. Personally. So if you drop, now don't go drop 10 tons of water in. Just drop that 1 lota of water, and when it is picked up by the sun, it is sent back to you individually as energy. And you need energy, don't you? Yes. So when you take out water, that is the scientific reason you take out water. God is the absolute scientist, and He created scientific ways for your nourishment. Scientific ways for your body's nourishment. Use the science that has been created and dispersed and expounded by the Supreme Lord Himself. I read the Vedas through and through. I never see discipline, aspirin, grandpa. I didn't see all these things. B12. Haven't seen anything in the Vedas. Which means it is B-U-L-L in capitals and bold print. Alright? Because if the Creator who created you, in this system, nothing is missing in the Constitution, which I call the eternal Constitution. Nothing that exists in the universe does not exist in the eternal Constitution. Everything is there, which means you don't have to invent. There is no need to invent any medication. Firstly, your own body is a chemical factory. Your own body is a chemical factory, and if you are tuned to the right frequencies, your healing can take place through your own thoughts. You can heal yourself. Then there are supplementary treatments that lives outside your chemical factory. Those are herbs and spices, plants and trees. Everything is provided, and everything is there for every ailment that ever exists on this planet. Everything is provided for in all parts of the world. You don't have to go to India to get one herb. It's here in South Africa. You don't have to go anywhere. You just have to rethink. One of the purposes of my mission would be to reintroduce you to your culture and your cultural healing. To live within your culture and heal through your culture. And I'm going to do the same thing throughout this continent. We don't need pharmaceuticals. We don't need pharmaceuticals. I have proven it in this ashram for many, many years now. You don't need pharmaceuticals. You don't need to take medication prescribed by medical science. I have proven it through cancer, through AIDS, through psychological illness, through all types of illness. I have proven that you don't not need big pharma. They are bigger than the Nigerians in drugs. Big pharma are the biggest drug dealers in the world. So this is why you need a guru. A guru is here to save you from countless actions that you take which was not ordained. Yes, the Vedas describe surgeons. You can go through surgery. The Ashwini twins in the Vedas are sages who does surgery. So God asks you to take medical treatment. God asks you to go through surgery, but not that medication which is prescribed. The medication is all Ayurvedic, all natural. There's no side effects if you take herbs, spices, and natural medication. There is no side effects, and once you're cured, you don't take it all the time. You're not hooked onto these plants and herbs. You take it for a few weeks until you are cured. Unlike pharmaceuticals, you are hooked onto it and you have to take it all the time. Then I was going through the Mahabharata. If the Mahabharata is used as a political policy throughout the world, we won't be in this situation currently. Trump and his tariffs, and Ukraine and Russia, India and Pakistan, and now Nepal. Many prime ministers are being deposed around the world. There's chaos, political chaos. And the solution is the Mahabharata. It is the greatest political policy document, and it is presented by none other than Vyasa Deva. You'll know Vyasa Deva. You'll heard of the Pandavas, and you'll heard of his brother Dhritarashtra, the blind brother. and King Pando, who had to leave his mortal coil, and the blind brother took over the kingdom, and he had 100 sons, and one of his sons, Duryodhana, half your name is in the evil side, or your full name is half of the evil side. Dana, Duryodhana, Duryodhan, Dhana, Dhan. Dana, I was in Ladysmith when wisdom said Dhan, Dana is here. Yes, so these things have been happening. Do you know the father of Dhritarashtra and Pandava? Who's the father of the evil king and the good king? Hindus? Vedas. The compiler of the Vedas is the father of the demonic king, and he is the father of the divine king. And this is why I say that this scripture is absolute. Scripture is absolute. It is not some prophet hearing and writing. It is the compiler. It is the compiler who gave birth both to divine and demonic energies. And that compiler himself lived practically through the Mahabharata. In fact, it is because of the birth of his sons that the epic Mahabharata could take place. So in Sanatana Dharma, everything is practical, logical, and evidentially substantive. It has evidence. Evidence for who? For the gods? Evidence for mankind. Nothing in Sanatana Dharma is a myth. Nothing in Sanatana Dharma cannot be proven. And Vedavyas, the father that gave birth to the divine king, the divine and the demonic kings, which gave birth to their children, which were demonic and divine respectively, and everything that took place in the Mahabharata, Vedavyas was there himself. And he is the compiler of the entire Vedas. All the saints that took part in the Rig Veda, or should I say most of the saints who give knowledge in the different Vedas, Upanishads, they appeared in the Mahabharata. So everything is practical, everything is evidential. Vedavyas was there. So when he writes and when he compiles, it is through practical experience. Do you know what ushered in Kali Yuga? What brought Kali Yuga in? Anyone can take a guess. What vice brought Kali Yuga in? What vice reigned in Kali Yuga? This season, which is now 5,000 years old.
Unrighteousness.
Do you know who Yudhishthira is in the Mahabharata? He is the eldest son of the Pandav family. His brother is Arjuna, Bhima, and the twins. Who is Yudhishthira? What does he represent in society?
Addiction.
No. He is the most divine personality in terms of morals and ethics, virtues. And I want you to understand this very, very, very carefully. And I'm saying this with love, Shanika. Yudhishthira was brought into a gambling hall. By his deceitful cousin, Duryodhan. He gambled away all his material possessions. Then he gambled away his 4 brothers. Then he gambled his wife. Then he gambled himself. And that is what ushered in Kali Yuga. Gambling brought in Kali Yuga. That is how destructive gambling is, no matter how noble a person you are. There was no person more nobler than Yudhishthira. Nobody in that time was nobler than Yudhishthira. But because the serpent of gambling coiled itself around him, he lost everything and his entire kingdom. He lost his kingdom called Indraprastha. Indraprastha, and even today that place is still in ruins after 5,000 years. It couldn't come right. It couldn't come right. This is the one vice, if not stopped, will take everything away. Because Yudhishthira is not a normal human being. His father was celestial, isn't? So, it is important. You must not be involved in any type of gambling. No type of gambling. Gambling, this is the Mahabharata, not the Guru. This is the Mahabharata informing you that gambling is so destructive, it brought in Kali Yuga. It ushered in Kali Yuga. Okay? So there are many examples. The Mahabharata, every lesson in the Mahabharata is for mankind. Every lesson in the Mahabharata is scientific. The saints and sages, this gambling made the Pandavas go for exile in the forest for 14 years, 13 years, and then they had to come out one more year and live incognito. That means they must not get recognized. And this is what brought the Kurukshetra war and the Bhagavad Gita. This gave birth to the Bhagavad Gita. Indians are the biggest gamblers in South Africa. How do you know that? How do you know Indians are the biggest gamblers? Yet the Mahabharata is supposed to be for them. Indians are the biggest gamblers. How do we know that? How can I prove it right now? How can I stop this satsang and prove it right now? I can take all of you to Sankosh with this slide. And I can take you to, where's the next one? I can take you to Sankosh. Then I can take this live to Sibaya. Then I can take the same live to Marisburg, Golden Horse. And you can count 80% Indians in all these three casinos and 20% other races. 80% Indians, yet Indians are I think 1.2% of this population in this entire country. Yeah. So Indians, unfortunately, who are supposed to be the custodians at this period in time of the Mahabharata, have not read the Mahabharata. And quite amusingly, you all know Shivan? Shivan used to come here with his dad. He phoned me out of the blue and he said him and his friends want to form a body and control Hinduism in South Africa. He said they want to unify Hinduism. He wants to go to all the temples, get all the heads and form a Hindu committee. So I asked him if he knows the Bhagavad Gita. He said no. Then how can you head the Hindu community if the scripture, the summarized scripture of those who purport to themselves to be Hindus, you don't know that scripture. So yesterday he wanted to interview me at 2 o'clock. And I refused. I said, come with some people and then you can interview. Who should be heading Sanatana Dharma? Who? Self-realized saints. Who should be heading Islam? Those that know the Quran from cover to cover. Who should be heading Christianity? Those that know the Bible from cover to cover. You just got a body who doesn't even know how to spell Bhagavad Gita. They want to run and head and unite chaos. Does it make sense? But these are representatives of Kali Yuga. Because the job of Kali Yuga is to take you into ignorance. Kali Yuga is the best time, the quickest, the fastest, the nearest, and the simplest way to become divine. To become divine. All you have to do is come to a satsang, surrender to the Guru, follow the Guru, and you become divine. In the other 3 yugas, Sat Yuga, you live for 100,000 years. Treta Yuga, you live for 10,000 years. Dwapara Yuga, you live for 1,000 years. In all those yugas, you have to do austerities and penances. Hard work to get God. In this yuga, you live for 100, you're supposed to live for 100 years. But eating all the wrong food is taking you away before 80. In this yuga, all you have to do is Sankirtana Yajna. Sankirtana Yajna. What is that? Every Sunday, come to a satsang. Empty your mind. Don't come with your outside filth. Don't come with your outside filth. As long as you say, I know, then my knowledge don't know how to get into you. If you know, then where can my knowledge go into you? Is there place for my knowledge? Because once you say, I know what it means, your USB is full. If your USB is full, where can I get in? Where can I get in? Is there any place, if you have a full USB, can you put anything else more in that USB? So when you come in here, you must say, not you must say, you must delete all you know. You must delete all you know and start afresh. That is why people who are atheists can take on faster than people who are not atheists. Why? Atheists don't know. When they come here, how you think I picked everything up so fast? How you think I picked up all the Vedas so fast? Because I didn't know. Because I didn't know. When I give discourses, don't say in your mind, yeah, I knew that. I knew that. Then the USB is full. I don't know. I don't know. Because you need to clean your USB. Need to clean your USB full and start fresh. Even if you knew 1%, nobody knows more than 1% who comes to me. How many percent? 1%. Right? So you clean that 1% out there at the door. When you stand there, close your eyes. Guru got one mechanism on top. There's a technology that cleans the mind. As soon as you stand there at the door, say, I don't know, Guru. Whatever I have here, please remove it. You'll feel like flesh. You feel like flesh. You won't see a flesh. You must feel that flesh. And when you feel that flesh, come inside and this knowledge will enter you quick and fast. As I'm speaking, it will make sense to you. As I'm speaking, it will make sense to you. Is it clear? Is it clear? So, this Bhagavad Gita There are three aspects. Four, but I want to concentrate on three aspects. And Lord Ramanuja spent 60 years. 60 years is a long time. Just to collate and give you the Bhagavad Gita in its exact form. Nothing is on Lord Ramanuja's name. In that 60 years, he went backwards. And whatever he has presented here, nothing is from him originally. Nothing is from him originally. Everything in this Bhagavad Gita and all his writings, he has went backward. He has went backward and brought out truths, going backward right up to Vyasadeva. Going right back to Vyasadeva. So he went back and he expounded truths expounded by his predecessor gurus. By his predecessor gurus. And that is what I am doing today. I'm giving you what my Guruji gave me, what his Guruji gave him, what his Guruji gave him, and we give in all of these things, and it must fit into each other perfectly. Whatever I'm giving you must fit perfectly with what Guruji gave. And whatever Guruji gave must fit perfectly with what his Guru gave. And whatever his Guru gave must fit perfectly until it goes and fits perfectly with Lord Sriman Narayan. So every part must be a perfect fit. Every part must be a perfect fit. It is only the explanation that will be different. Because I'm explaining using English and I'm giving you examples that my Guru may have not given those examples. But the purport must be exactly the same. You understand? Like Guruji would never have told someone, go stand outside my door. I have a mechanism there. Alright? You understand? But Guruji would have said, when you come to satsang, empty your, do you understand? So when you come to satsang, empty your mind. Alright? Then I'm adding my flavor, which says that I got something there, Malin. You came late, so under my door I got a spiritual gadget. As soon as you come under the door, you must stand there, close your eyes and say, I know nothing. And then walk in. Alright? Are you understanding? And this is why I reject all the gurus who created their own things. I reject all the gurus who created their own. If whatever is stated by any guru is not stated by Veda Vyas, if you dancing and it is not stated by Veda Vyas, you must be dancing and singing, then that you cannot follow that system because it's not there by the compiler. Do you understand? Gurus got no license to change one full stop or comma from the Vedas. Gurus don't have that. A guru must go backward to his guru, his guru, his guru, his guru, his guru, his guru. Ultimately, whatever the guru is saying must be said by Lord Narayan. Whatever the guru is saying must be said by the Creator himself. And because this world is a world of physics. This universe is a world of physics, chemistry, biology, and mathematics. Nothing can be changed. Nothing can be changed. No equation can be changed. When the Supreme Lord sent all the dynamics to create this universe, He sent it according to the Vedas. He sent it according to the Vedas. That Vedas, the original Vedas according to which He sent the technology, cannot be tempered on the outside. If you temper it on the outside, what's going to happen? What is going to happen? You are not authentic or you are not original. Yes or no? Do you know how images are sent on your screen? How, Jessica? A combination of 1 and 0 and 1 and 0 and 1 and 0. What's it called? Binary. It's called binary. This entire universe was created through binary. If you change the binary on the outside, will it have any effect that the binary was sent from? Away? No, then you're wasting your time. This is why I say happy clappers. You're clapping your energy away. Because that cannot synthesize with the original. You understand? So again and again and again I'm saying, God cannot be found through stupidity. Don't do stupid things to find the supreme scientist. Do divine things to find the supreme scientist. Otherwise, you're wasting your time and your generation's time. If you are stupid, what you're going to give birth to? Anita? Stupidity. And what would stupidity give birth to? And this is what's been happening in those that call themselves in. Yes or no? So Sanatana Dharma is a science of life. Take the word way of life out. Sanatana Dharma is the absolute science of life. Again, Sanatana Dharma is the absolute science of life. Nothing to do with religion. Absolutely nothing to do with religion. And Sanatana Dharma belongs to every living and non-living entity in the universe. I want you to wrap your minds around that. The reason Sanatana Dharma is practiced currently by Indian is that because of the Guru system that was not wiped out, Indians retained this record. If you read the Mahabharata, almost everyone in the Mahabharata is black. with curly hair. I am black wood. Right from the Mahabharata. And she's reincarnated. You're not black, my boy. Brown, but I'm just saying. Alright? Everyone, even the queens, even Draupadi, is black. Once upon a time, India and East Africa was connected. Scriptures were the same. And they practiced Sanatana Dharma differently through their own customs. But Sanatana Dharma was the common denominator. And our job is to reinforce Sanatana Dharma back to the world, not as Hinduism. That is B-U-L-L with a bold. Alright? And this is why they have failed. They went to the West, they tried to convert. You can't convert anyone out of Sanatana Dharma because everyone is Sanatana Dharma. Only thing they don't know, you have to tell them. You have to tell them that they are Sanatana Dharma. I can't bring them here and do one ritual and say, you are Sanatana Dharma. Do you understand? Only my disciples, those want to follow me 100%, they will come and they will do a change of consciousness. But the rest of the world, everyone is Sanatana Dharma. Everyone is Sanatana Dharma. Those that are non-divine, their main ancestor will be who? Ravana, Kamsa. They got a disciplic succession. Duryodhana, Dana. They got a disciplic succession. And those that are divine got their disciplic succession. So Sanatana Dharma is very simple. It is the only scripture that you can find archaeological corroboration. No other scripture can you take the scripture and break it apart and go and find out. Mahabharata is historically absolute. Ramayana is historically absolute. In the Mahabharata, which was 5,000 years ago, the Guru tells Yudhishthira that Rama, Lord Ram, who was here hundreds of thousands of years before. Hear me? This is what is used. Hundreds of thousands of years before also went into exile. So when the Guru tells you that the Ramayana happened 2 million years ago, the Guru is not. The Ramayana happened over 2 million years ago, and the Mahabharata happened 5,000 years ago. So for convenience, if the Lord was here 5,000 years ago, which example should the Guru be using in his discourses. Most recently, is it logic, common sense? So I will be using the Mahabharata and the Bhagavad Gita in all comprehensively, and every now and again I go into the Ramayana. If in the Ramayana week or around Ram Navami we can discuss the Ramayana in depth, but when I'm giving you living example, the Supreme Lord was here 5,000 years ago. He updated the universe. He updated the universe because the universe is a technology and only He can update the universe. Only no Guru. No Guru has capacity to update the universe. Lord Krishna was here 5,000 years ago. He updated the universe. So the Guru going to use the updated version of the Mahabharata and give you examples from the Mahabharata, proven already that the Mahabharata really happened. And Vedavyas, he put in astrological and astronomical coordinates. When certain things happen, and Valmiki did the same in the Ramayana. And these coordinates are cyclic. So after every so many years, it will point, that coordinate will be synthesized. And the Mahabharata was synthesized as 5,000 years. Through the coordinates of Veda. Yes, is that scientific? And then I'm saying the city of Dwarika is submerged, where Lord Krishna lived. Right? I saw Narendra Modi take a dive there. And he went and he did the first worship. It just now is going to become a tourist attraction. If you got enough money, you can go there and take a dive to see the Lord. If you so desire, the Lord will make it happen. If you want to go see the Lord will make it happen. Alright? The Lord is trying to phone somebody. Definitely the Lord is. You'll be the first one from South Africa. We'll see you in the tube. Alright? They say the truth sets you free. Which truth? Which truth? Two truths. One truth that pertains to you. If you are always truthful, you will always be free. And the second truth, the universal truth. You must know your personal truth, and you must also know the universal truth. You must know why you are here. You must know what is the reason for this universe. And you must know what you are currently doing in the universe and how to get out of the universe. Is the universe a place you want to stay? You understand? Or do you want to get out of here? So these truths set you free. These are truths that set you free. And I want to quickly read a few verses I found when I came to sit here. Chapter 5, verse 8. The knower of the truth, comma, who is devoted to yoga should think, I do not at all do nothing. Even though he is seeing, hearing, touching, smelling, eating, moving, sleeping, breathing. 9. Speaking, discharging, grasping, opening, closing his eyes, etc. He should always bear in mind that the senses operate among the sense objects. This is one of the most scientific declarations made by the Supreme Lord that your body is a technology. Your body is a technology. And I wish I can break it down in a way that you understand. So, seeing. You have a sense called sight. Yes? You have 5 senses. What are the senses? Alright, you have a sense called sight. And you have the object of sight. You have many objects that you can see through sight. Sense is a sensor, like a car sensor. When water falls on the windscreen, what happens? There's a sensor in the windscreen that picks up the drop of water and the wiper wipes. Did you wipe the windscreen through the wiper? What wiped the windscreen? Through the sensor. What you was doing? Now understand me. This is deep. This is deep. But try to understand. By the eyes seeing the sense objects, the soul is doing nothing. Where's the soul? Where's the soul? In the region of the heart. The soul is in the region of the heart. It is stationary there. But the sensor of the eye picked up the sight of all objects. And what you say? You know, the Zuma's daughter, she's in jail for nothing. If I take this as an attorney, sorry, I'm saying jail, she's in court for nothing, because during the ride she said, I see. What she said, Jessica? But what the Bhagavad Gita is saying?
You don't see.
She, the soul, didn't see. The eyes. So, similarly, the ears, yes. The nose, the sensor in the nose, smells. Are you understanding? So this is a technology which we have mistaken to be ourselves. This is a technology that we have mistaken to be ourselves. So Asmika, if you see Abir driving with a beautiful woman next to you,
It's your eye, not you. It's not you.
Abir, what will be your answer?
It's not you.
It wasn't me.
It was the technology. It was the technology picked up a woman, not him. He is there in the region of the heart. Yeah, he's imprisoned there. He had nothing to do with it. Because lust belongs to the body, not to the soul. And if he acted on lust, that means the technology acted on lust. You understand? Do you understand? Okay, I'm going to read what Lord Ramanuja says in terms of this. These two verses and how he explains it. Thus, he who knows the truth concerning the self should not reflect in a mind that the ear and other organs of sensation, as also organs of action and the vital currents, are occupied with their own respective objects. Thus he should know, I do not do anything at all. He should reflect, my intrinsic nature is one of knowledge. The sense of agency comes because of the association with the self, with the senses, and the pranas which are rooted in karma. It does not spring from my essential nature. So all your karma takes, your eyes looks at objects placed there because of your karma. And all your senses react because of your karma. Do you understand? But if I use technology as an example, as I gave you the example, that one drop of water on your windscreen and the wiper reacted to the sensor. Does it not bring you closer because you have sensors now in everything? You press a button here, doors open there. If I use current technology to give you examples, if I use current technology to give you examples from the Bhagavad Gita that expands on the example that Lord Ramanuja gave, am I in opposition or contradiction to the version of Lord Ramanuja? Remember, this is 1,000 years later. This is 1,000 years later. This is his purport that I read to you, which is 100% correct. This purport is correct. But I'm going further and I'm breaking it down into palatable understanding. Palatable understanding. And if I use technology like that windscreen, am I going in opposition to his teaching, or am I simplifying his original teaching without moving a comma, a full stop, a semicolon? I'm asking. I'm not changing. The same answer, I'm giving it to you 1,000 years later. 1,000 years ago, there was no vehicles with sensors. Yes? So will I be contradicting the disciplic succession if I give you explanation with modern day understanding? Do you understand? So what I want to do is to do a booklet on every chapter. So we'll go through chapter 1, then I will explain chapter 1 through a booklet. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 1. I'm doing this, well, I think you all are more ignorant than princess people. I'm doing this so that that booklet will go through UNISA and it will be translated into Kosa by a department in UNISA that is happy to work with us. Then that booklet will be presented to you in English and all English speakers, and presented to the Kosa people, because they are going to now start following. There is no difference in our scriptures. They have fragments of the original Vedas with them, and I have put it together. Do you understand? So please don't tell me I'm gone like one of the dancing gurus, I changed anything. I'm not changing anything, but I'm explaining to all of you, your minds are technology orientated. This, in 2025, you understand technology. So I will be discussing the same exactly without changing anything, but I'll be explaining through technology. All right? When I say I want to change your software, how easy you understand it? When I say you have a virus, how easy you understand. But if I say you have karma, that's because I'll say, what that Guru Acharya knows? What karma I have? I'm a devotee of Lord Shiva. You understand? But now say, Ashmika, like your phone got a virus, it can't answer, it can't download, it can't upload. I have to remove the virus from you so you can download, you can upload. And she say, yes, Guru. Easy. Yes or no? All of you understand? Verse 10, he who acts without attachment, reposing all actions on Brahman, is untouched by evil as a lotus leaf by water. Let's understand this. He who acts without attachment. And throughout, Lord Shri Krishna talks about attachment. How can you live without attachment? And what is that attachment he is talking about? And how easy is it to live without attachment? It's hard. Right? But what is the solution? What is the solution? Gratitude and surrender. So let's be practical. If you get up in the morning and tell the Lord, I have gratitude for everything, what happens to attachment? It cuts attachment. When you say, I have gratitude, it plugs the hole of attachment. Because gratitude and attachment can't work together. Can it work? I have gratitude for everything. Every morning you say, Lord, I surrender to you Whatever happens today will be through your will. And I have gratitude for everything that has been awarded to me. What happens? Are you wanting anymore? Why are you not wanting? Because you left it to the Supreme Lord. Let Him work for you. Let Him work for you. When He works for you, your actions got no karma. Hear me again. When He works for you, your actions got no karma. But when you work for yourself, your actions got karma. Either good or bad. It got karma. Every action you take must have a equal but opposite reaction. Every action you take must have an equal and opposite reaction. But when He works for you, what action you take it? Now this is to apply in everything that you do. When you go to work, you're working for God. Who you working for? When you go to work, all that actions at work, you leave the fruits of that action to God. At work, you start this at work. Whatever you are set to do by the company, how would God want you to do it? How would God want you to do it? To the best of your ability. Even if the environment is not conducive, that is not your story. Whose story that is? God's story. That is God's story. If your job is to do A, B, C, D, you do that to the best of your ability and come home. That reactions of that job, God will give you the fruits. God will give you the fruits and rewards. Do you understand? So whatever job you are given, take it and let God be in charge. And you'll see how everything changes, Jessica. You don't have to chase all the magistrates away. Give all your actions to God. At work, in the family, wherever you are, don't accrue karma if you give it to God. If you're going to the movie, say, God, I'm taking you to the movie. Through your grace, I'm going to the movie. So along the way, whatever happens, anyway, I just stopped a huge karma this week. Big karma, I just realized, and I put a stop. And Mataji was one of the instigators of this karma. The Guru's wife. I stopped that karma. Alright? You're laughing, that means you'll know what that karma was. You know, I was so busy down there. And as she said, I said, yeah. And I didn't realize. Okay? And when I realized, I told her, please, you and the accomplices, you and all the accomplices, stop this karma. Tivashni was there when are you a witness? Yeah, Tivashni was a witness to this whole episode.
She's part of it?
Go? Yeah.
She started.
Mataji got disciples too. Alright, so please try it. Whatever I'm telling you is not easy, but try it. Because it is absolute science. It is absolute science. Gratitude severes attachment. As soon as you tell God, I have gratitude for all that you have given me, how can you still have attachment? You can't. But you must go to work. You must go to work. When you go into work, you say, God, I'm working through your grace. Then Sanita, when you want to tell somebody off at work, our Indians like to tell people off at work, just remember God and keep it on. Don't tell anyone off, because who you working now for? God. Because if you tell someone off, you tell him God off. Alright? So when you go to work, don't tell anyone off. Just go do your work and come back home. No matter how you are treated, no matter how you are treated, God will find a way, because He is inside your soul and is also inside the soul of the person that's not treating you well. Yes? You understand? And lastly, Rani, I just want to tell you that as ashram, all of us are sad that your car was broken into, your battery stolen. It's not the first, but I just want to explain something, that Lord Narayan was inside that person who stole the battery. Yes or no?
Yes.
Because He lives in everyone's soul and is also in your soul. Same Lord Narayan. Whenever something like that happens, I think for many years I've been preaching that when you come out of this driveway and hit a smash on the top, don't be angry that you came out of the ashram and you smashed your car, because there was a horse and trailer down the road that was going to take you out. And that smash took you out of the system of destiny. Took you out of the system of destiny. So remember, the system of destiny can be any day something was going to happen and the dynamics were changed. The timing was changed. Alright? That's one way of looking at it. Another way of looking at it is, in a previous lifetime, I don't know whether you, your son, or your husband stole his battery. One of the three of you stole his battery, and this lifetime he came and stole your battery. You understand? So one day, his van was parked down here, and he was doing a lot of work, drilling, and then I saw him. He said, "Hey, Guru, I have to go home." I said, "What happened, boy?" He said, "No, I want to bring another drill." I said, "What happened to a drill you was using?" He said, "The para stole it." They cleaned his entire van out while it was parked here at the ashram. Maybe about 30 or 40,000 rand worth of his working tools. He was doing the ashram a favor. This is Lord Narayan's headquarters. He was doing Lord Narayan's headquarters a favor, brought his workers, he was drilling, all his tools were stolen. That poor boy didn't even complain to me or tell me. Because I asked him where he's going, he jumped in his van. Then only and reluctantly he told me he had another set of some of the tools that were stolen, the rest he had to buy. But without, his heart didn't skip a beat. His mind didn't think, how can my things be stolen from the ashram? That is one of the tests he passed. So today he can be on holiday whilst we are on satsang. You understand? So don't question anything. like Avir and Cyril. Cyril lost his wife, Avir lost his mother. Ashmika lost her mother-in-law. I don't know daughter-in-law whether they be happy or sad when the mother-in-law go, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Yajwan, grandmother. So from the three of them, Yajwan, Avir and Cyril, they didn't blame the ashram. Smika, I like to put you in. Otherwise, I'm not doing my satsang justice. You know? Somebody must catch it. Alright? Or maybe I'm saying that for two people. Alright? They, after the funeral, they kept coming back. They were working hard in this service. They came back. Jessica and Satish, they lost their mom. A lot of people had tragedies, and you can't blame yourself. You can only blame yourself. Alright? So please, it's Peter Park. Yesterday it was very, very great. I felt everyone that was there. When Guru does Pitta Park, everything is covered. So even if you make few mistakes along whatever you do, no problem. As long as you under a Guru, everything is covered. Alright? So make this life your last life on planet Earth. Make this life your last life on planet Earth and go play with God. That is our nature. You know, we got this attachment. We're all born with this attachment. The natural position of that attachment is God. But because we are deluded with this material nature, we think that that attachment is material nature. So our job as gurus is to repose you to your natural attachment. Only attachment is the supreme. Only attachment is the Supreme Lord. And we are three types of souls. Three types of souls. Eternal souls who never came to planet Earth. They were always with the Supreme Lord. Right? Then souls that were liberated, like what I'm trying to do. Liberate and send you to the Supreme Lord. So basically, my job is to kill you whilst you divine. Whilst you and send you quickly. What if you change? That's my job. Send you to the Supreme Lord. It's a good place. You meet your family there. You meet all your families there. Sanita, I think after 1 month, Lord Narayan will put you out, send you back down here. She'll be making so much noise with my family. Hey, Kati, hey, Kati. She'll be disturbing the peace. Lord will send her back. Can you imagine Sanita meeting all her family for the past 155 trillion years? I don't know how many billion children of hers are there. Shanita? Are there any questions? No questions? Please prepare, don't go home and forget the 24 hours. Help each other, think of innovative ideas. I told Mataji, make milkshakes. She said, hey, I'm no more in charge. Talk to your devotees. Alright? So make sure there's enough liquids. Make sure there's enough liquids. Get your bhajan groups, get your nagara groups, more for the night than for the day. Alright? And it is a very, very auspicious thing that we are doing. also part of the technology. Remember, this is the Sri Narayan Dham. What Sri Narayan Dham means? Abode of Lord Narayan. Lord Narayan lives here. We have proven it. From here, we almost in all parts of the world, academically, legally, you understand. So, you have been chosen from your previous lifetimes to be in this event. You have merits from your previous lifetimes to be in this event. It's going to pass through. We already did one. Come with two sets of clothes if you want. You can bath the males on one side, the females on one side. If you feel, you can go quickly in between, have a bath, come back and relax. Please don't make this a fashion show. Shanita come with gaudy, big clothes and every 1 hour come here and bounce around and show people your whole wardrobe. Alright. Keep it simple. Keep it. Are there any questions? Continue fasting and taking out water right up until the last. Which is the last day? 21st. Okay, so we won't be going with the taxi to Eastern Cape. You know Andre in all the things he do when he's cooking, he say, who will cook for you if Andre don't cook for you? So now we're not going to Eastern Cape. He'll say, who will take you to Eastern Cape if I don't take you? Ashmika tell him the Guru will take you. Alright? So we're going to Eastern Cape in our own cars. I think I'm not happy about his prices. Now he went to 19,000 and I think that's ridiculous, alright? I think it will just cost us about 5,000 or 6,000 on our own if we put our own fuel. And why spend so much of money unnecessarily, alright? So we'll go on our own. We'll just work out that financial dynamics. You all can work it out amongst yourselves in all the vehicles that we're going to and how we'll apportion for petrol or diesel. Okay, that is also another huge event. Tivashni will be telling her children, hey, I was at the Guru and this great revolution. It's a spiritual revolution. It's a spiritual revolution. If you look at TikTok, I'm seeing a lot of positive posts coming now in terms of African spirituality, which I'm speaking from couple years. So Africa is getting ready and will be the final part. So Africa is getting prepared, Africa is getting ready, will be the final part in ensuring that spirituality is spread throughout Africa. We live in Africa. Africa is our continent and we all should put energy in Africa. Forget India, there's millions of gurus there. They must do their work there. We must do our work here. So everyone that can make the sacrifice, you show in God you are part of the army, the spiritual army. Alright? So I'm feeling hungry now. And yeah, so we were in Drakensberg the previous week. Last before week. Yeah, Satish and I liked that part that Satish got involved in when there was no vegetables. And Andre did not provide vegetables. And then Satish, out of his own, together with Avi had to do it. But Satish from the outside, this is a camaraderie that I like to see in the ashram, where you go, you make a decision to assist spontaneously. You understand? So Satish Bhai took food from our food that was there it was made, and he got involved in taking it with Asmika and giving it. That is what you can say is somebody that belongs to the ashram. You must be spontaneous in times like that. Then again, I see among devotees you're picking each other up, you're coordinating amongst yourself, and it gives me great pleasure. It gives me great happiness when I'm in my kutir in the back. Then I recall all that's happening amongst the devotees, amongst the ashram, and the work that we are doing. Prince, always involved in the administration. He's talking to people from around the world. He's writing a small booklet on the San people. That booklet will be presented as a policy document for the San people at the G20. The G20 requested it. So the San is going places. As I said, in 2021, I predicted all of this. I only met Prince in 2023. All right. So all the predictions are coming right. Prince is working very, very hard wherever he is, and all of you work hard, and it gives me pleasure. I need positive energy for myself to sustain me. All right. So I'm happy with how your interaction with yourself. Ivashka, she picks up Asmika's mom today. She picked up Rani. Oh, that makes me feel real good. Okay, absolutely. I feel good when you interact for the purpose of your ashram. You interact for the purpose of your ashram. I'm also going to have big gratitude for the 24 hours. Because it's a lot to ask. It's a lot to ask. And that 24 hours is going to set you up. Because Lord Narayan inside you, how you think he'll be dancing. That's when you need to dance. Huh?
Yes.
And how you think he'll be dancing, knowing that you're sacrificing 24 hours for him. Do you understand? This is when it comes devotional. I'm not teaching too much on the devotional side. Have you all noticed? I'm teaching more on the scientific side. All right. Other Sri Sampradaya gurus are teaching on the devotional side. Guruji, Chinnaji, Swami, they teaching on the devotional side. Somebody has to cover the scientific part of Lord Narayan, and I'm covering the scientific. I don't want you to go home, Shanita, and cry, my Narayan, my Narayan, my Narayan. No, I want you to understand who Lord Narayan is without crying. Jai Shri Narayan.